All right. All right. Okay. All right. I think we're back. I think we're back. Let me know if y'all hear me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened or why it happened or how it happened. And it hasn't exactly fixed itself either, even after a restart. So I'm just, you know what, you know what. Sometimes you gotta improvise. We're just moving everything. The whole audio related operation, as far as playing back music, is just moving over to VLC, where quite frankly I should have just been the whole time. That internal Windows media program now just doesn't play any audio. I don't really use it for anything else, so that's fine. If it's gonna just be a broken piece of shit forever, that's totally fine. Don't care. VLC can step up to the plate and do what it's done since time immemorial. Thank you very much. Oh boy, technology. Like one more problem, and there will you just know that one more problem, and that's the end of the stream. Like I got 0% patience. So as the title says, I'm gonna just treat this like a fucking restart. I'm gonna listen to some stuff I'm working on. My head's in the music, and I didn't want to not stream because I don't like missing days. So I'm gonna just play the tunes. Probably not talk a lot. Maybe I'll say a little bit about each track or whatever, but mostly gonna be listening. Or we're gonna play some Vampire Survivors. Maybe if this game for whatever reason is deciding that it doesn't want to play nice with me listening to audio, then we're not gonna play Vampire Survivors. I don't know what the fuck is going on. We'll figure it out. All right, so a bunch of years back here, I'll give you a release here. Let's do a thing real quick. Put me on the screen. Hi, we're back. Hi, hello, hi. A few years back. All right, where are we? Oh boy, I made this record here, which I will put on the screen. Yes, there it is. Okay, so a few years back, I made this album. Little record called The Boy in the Forest. Right? If any of y'all are up on your Danny Axel lore, you're familiar with this record. Boom. It's a concept album I made. It's a double disc. It's long. It's 16 tracks. It's a piece of business. So 2017. It released this album in 2017. So I, somewhere along the way, got, and I don't want to talk to in too much detail about the specifics of what the album's about or all that, but I got the, even though there's a pretty definitive ending to the story of the album, I got it in my head. I was thinking about Dante's Inferno, and I got it in my head about how, like, if treated a certain way, this could be a trilogy of records. So I've been wanting to make a sequel to it for a while. And this album, initially when it was born out of it started as a collaboration with my buddy Vic. So the first 3 songs on the record, and I think maybe one more further down, like maybe I think it's 4 songs on the album, we were in a band together for a long time called Commonplace. That was kind of like our young band that we worked very hard on, but it didn't get anywhere because quite frankly we weren't prepared. We weren't good enough or ready enough to do anything major. So, but we put a lot of years into it. Started in high school, and we went for a long time. It had its natural ending, and then after that, insert August on Sunday. There's even a little crossover. There was time where I was doing both things, and the rest is history. So he moved to LA, he got a job out there, and he was living his life, and he came down to visit one time, and he had a couple of things that he had been working on because he wasn't really making music anymore, and I had a few things, and we got in a room, and then all of a sudden, very quickly, we put a bunch of songs together. And so we started throwing around the idea, yo, wouldn't it be wild if we just dropped like an impromptu out of nowhere, commonplace EP, just boom, just put it back out in the world kind of thing. And we were both like super hot on the idea. And then he left and he went home and he kind of like had a change of heart. He called me up one day. I was like, nah, man, I don't want to make music anymore. Like, it's cool. So I was like, man, I really like the tracks we were working on. So I called him up eventually and I was like, hey, man, is it cool if I take these tracks that we worked on and fold them into a solo record? He was like, yeah, go for it, no problem. Cool. So proper credit, of course, and we left it at that, right? I really liked the way that album turned out. Because I had the head start of having a few tracks already in the can, it ballooned into this double disc, it ballooned into this whole narrative thing, and it just sort of like, it was a full-on concept album, and I'm really proud of it. It's one of my favorite albums that I've ever done. I've always wanted to do a sequel to it. I've got it in my head that it even could be a trilogy. So I wanted to bring that back around. And I was like, hey, I'll do a collab. This was during more pandemic times. I was like, I'll do a collaborative record with people I know who make music on Twitch. And we'll do it that way. And so that'll bring back the same spirit of working with people. So I made a few demos and I sent them around. And so Yiddy played bass on a bunch of them. And Corey was going to play some drums. And it sort of never got off the ground. So all of that stuff was sitting in a folder. Then I had a bunch of other things that never got off the ground that were sitting in a folder. I started cherry picking certain things. I made one new track that I felt like, oh, this is the first track for that sequel. Boom. And then all of a sudden, just making that one new song, I was able to take a few from this folder, take a few from this folder, make a few new ones. Long story short, now I'm sitting on 9 songs for an album. It's not the whole album. There's going to be more, but it's the album has an identity now, and I'm excited. And it is a sequel to The Boy in the Forest. And there's all your preamble and all your setup. So there we go. So here we go. It was almost worth whatever the hell just happened, because now I've explained it all. So if you're here and you're hanging out, you're getting your first listen to what's gonna be the next Danny Axel record, and it's called Purgatory. That's the name of the album. And hold up, we don't need that on the screen. Let's get that out of there. And the first track is called Tens and Fives. Cool. All right, let's play some music and some video games. Hopefully. Jesus Lord. Good. Video game. Let me lower this a little bit. La 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 la. There you go. I'm louder than the music. I think we're alright. Let me know if anything sounds horrible or completely out of whack, and I'll adjust. You good? Let's go. Characters moving to the beat. I love it. I love it. Can't remember if I leveled the javelin, so I'm gonna take it. This one is called Storm, aka Thought 3. It might have both titles, I'm not sure.
This is the dawning of a new time. The old ways get left behind. If you're aggressive, then you're qualified. The empathetic need not abide. You will give me everything that I want, and you'll be satisfied. You will give me everything that I want, because this is the dawning of a new life. You have no say in what I decide. Making good on empty threats and promises. Pay no attention to the great divide. You will give me everything that I want, and you'll be satisfied. You will give me everything that I want, because
This one features Rob Bean on bass.
it's mine.
We had an old school hangout track. Of all the songs that are here, this one's probably the most finished. It's pretty much just a drums away from being done. It's school, I used to be really precious about sharing work in progress stuff publicly. Private, trusted ears, that sort of thing, no problem. But publicly, it was always a little strange for me. But I don't know. Now it's kind of nice to document the process, I feel.
This is the dawning of a new time. Acquisition, the holy bottom line. Mother waits while father storms the capital. All your children bow their head inside. You will give me everything that I want, and you'll be satisfied. You will give me everything that I want, because it's mine.
So, tone set. Frantic first song, intense second song. We know we're not in Kansas. Also, I'm kind of challenging myself on this one to work louder than I usually do. Like, this is going to be a little bit of a more modern production style than I would normally mess with. I'm pretty old school by default, but I had that feeling of like, if you're gonna pick a dog in the race, well then you better you better understand the other side of it, you know. So that's kind of where my head's at. So I want to make a very produced record in the modern style.
Tell me it's no big deal. Do I even care?
Figure out how to make dynamics in the earbud era. See, we go from one that was basically almost done to one that still has a lot of room for additions.
Tell me you lied, tell me you cried, tell me it's only for tonight. Tell me you love me, tell me I'm kind, tell me it's no big deal. Tell me you care, tell me I don't, tell me you will, you know I won't. Tell me you love me, tell me I'm kind, tell me it's no big deal. Do I even care? Do I even care at all?
Decent bet that this drum loop ends up in the final song. A lot of times when I'm working on stuff for solo records, I'll use drum loops to kind of take the place of the vibe that I have in my head, and then later there'll be real drums and just eschew the drum loop, move it to the side, you know. But every once in a while, and probably more often than I realize, the loop will find its way into the song anyway. In there with the drum kit, usually mixed in such a way that like it almost starts to feel like a keyboard kind of energy, right? You know, like it's there to prop up the drums. Like that. There's an example of it where that's also a drum loop. And they're kind of adding to the texture of the track overall. That's a move. That's a move I use.
I'm undecided on if I wanna hide it from you. I can't deny it. The allure is strong to keep myself into. Give me a reason to share. Give me a reason I should care. Because you gotta use everything, even when you're
I think this chorus might end up with like 4 or 5 vocals on it.
everything, even when you're obsessed. You gotta use everything.
I had a song on my first record where I wanted to achieve an extremely loud voice that was also really far away. So I set up a mic a room away and made it extremely hot, and then went a room away and just yelled my guts out and achieved the mission. Kind of want to achieve something similar here, where it's like I want the vocal to be really intense in performance in the chorus, but I don't necessarily want it to be loud and up front in the mix. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the thickness that I want while not being maybe the loudest part of the song.
Because you gotta use everything, even when you're upset. You gotta lose everything, even when you're obsessed. You gotta use everything until you got nothing left. You gotta lose everything 'cause you can't take it with you when you're never coming back.
This part gets stuck in my head a lot. It means I think that means it's good. Let myself humming that while doing dishes. The subtle Tears for Fears change rip-off keyboard part in the background is
mantra around, I'm moving the mantra around, I'm moving
sweaty listening to this one. This one's a big experiment. It's in a strange time signature. Shout outs to Brian Bruce for putting a drum on it, for attempting to play a drum on it. I think is even. This one's definitely a Frankenstein. It's a piece of like. There's a lot of connective tissue that's happening after performance. But it's coming together. I hear a couple of sections that still need some work, but it's achieving what I wanted. Again, frantic, cacophonous chaos, you know, to set the stage for some of this.
That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything we're doing does. I know how you get along. You keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything we're doing does. I know how you get along. You keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you.
Probably some kind of lead guitars in here.
That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. And I swear to God.
This song had a big blow up this morning. These guitars did not exist before 9 a.m. Whoa, I'm in another secret spot? Get the hell out of here. Yo, this level is crazy. Or is this the same one? Oh, it is. I just somehow found myself. Okay, I found this secret a couple days ago. That theme again of using yells but not necessarily to be all the way out in the front. Kind of obsessed with dynamics that way, like how to invert dynamics and turn them on their head and like use them in a different way than your ears are maybe up front used to having them. Loud whispers and low yells and stuff like that. Cleaner guitars and really intense songs and heavy guitars and ballads, you know, that kind of stuff. Sequence is working too. That's challenged myself to not stop, at least on the first listen. Let them play all the way through, talk over it, whatever.
That's how you sell yourself. So give back to me, baby. You like it better this way. So give back to me, baby. Not a single one of us gets to stay. Give back to me, baby. You like it better this way. Give back to me, baby. Not a single one of us
Shock in our face. Shock. And irregardless of the situation, you find yourself facing, you will get out of bed as long as you're alive and continue to behave in the manner we always have. Today was the only day there's ever been.
Nice. Yeah, the transitions are working. Hell yeah. Cool. Cool.
Miser in the sky. My fingers in the ground. I don't remember much of anything. My ears don't hear a sound. Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try to find the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die? I want for everything, but nothing lives to tease. Pouring water in an open wound. How careless to believe. Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try and find the other side, the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die?
it's like it feels to me like that's the A side flip of the record. Thanks to VLC, we can see we're sitting at about 33 minutes of music. That will put it at a 66 minutes long, if or give or take. If we do 18 songs, or at least the same amount of minutes on the B side. But like, I don't know. I've been thinking to myself, like, where does that song leave me feeling? And I was wondering if listening to it straight through right now, if I would feel fatigued getting there, if I would feel like the journey should be like kind of almost over. But I don't feel that way. I'm really feeling like that might end up being the side flip. I can't say. Maybe it's 2/3 of the way through. Maybe there's only a third left. But like that's what I got. Like that's the last song I did. So like I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm with where it's going. I'm on a journey with my own record here. I'm like, okay, I see where it's at. I still have some folders of things I messed with that didn't go anywhere, that I kind of want to look through to see if there's anything that could be part of it. But I'm also content with it from here on out. If it's got to be fresh creations to finish it up, that's usually how these things go. When you're working on a record, at least when I'm working on a record, because there's no band or deadline. There's no reason that these things can't sit around, and my thought process can't just turn to something else entirely. It's happened many times where I've had a title. I've done records where I had a title, I had artwork made, ready to go, and then that record ended up not existing, and half of the songs got cherry picked for something else later. Like, that happens on a regular basis with me. That's just a normal part of making records. So, like, it's pretty normal that there'll be some kind of spark of inspiration, either through something new that I made that'll remind me of something that I recorded. I'll be like, ooh, let's get that one and put that with this one. And then the album will start to jump that way. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I used 4 ideas that I had sitting around that were going to be for other things that never finished. And then I put like 6 new ideas with that, and then there's an album, And then the funny thing is, that whole part of it is so integral in the beginning, and then later, once you've made the record, once you've put it out, artwork and all that or whatever, played a live show if that's the kind of thing, played some songs from it or whatever. Like, in the long run, it's the early stages is the shit that gets forgotten. Like, after a while, once the album exists and it's out and people have heard it and like it becomes part of the catalog, eventually you don't think about, oh, that came from this that I aborted. It's like, no, that's from that album. So everything ends up kind of where it needs to be. That's why I don't throw away anything. If I recorded something and it's 2 tracks and it sounds like garbage and I didn't like go anywhere with it, I'll still keep that work file, because who's to say a piece of that recording later on, even if the recording itself doesn't get used, the thought that was in there might inspire something down the road, So I just have like folders and folders full of poorly organized, because I'm horrible at organizing my work in progress stuff. it's I just have things like strewn about in folders, and it's almost like a little Easter egg hunt to myself. I'll find these things sometimes and be like, oh shit, that's dope, I'm gonna use that. So all right, so listen 1, encouraging. Maybe I need one more. No, I don't know. I'm at odds about how frantic to make the beginning of the record. Oh, there's a bear in the chat. Hello, baby. How you doing? My sweet? I hope lunch is going well, my darling. My beautiful love. Did you hear? Have you been here for a minute? Did you hear the new guitars? I put down some new guitars this morning. Hold on, I'll play that track again in case you just got here. This one, the one with the crazy chaos vocals, doesn't sound as chaotic as it used to. It's starting to make sense now. No, this one's from a couple of weeks ago. What's up, Yid? Yid's on a few of these on the bass. not bad. Not a bad little glow up for that song. I feel like the guitars really added a lot, like stabilized the whole thing. It was like I had to like make all the chaos parts first to then realize like what is the chill part that's gonna make this a song. 'Cause, oh man, those vocals when they went down at first, it was very like, what the hell is this gonna be? Like, is this gonna be listenable for other people? Like, it's just me fucking scatting and doing chaos vocals. Like, what is this? But I had faith. I heard a song in there. I was like, I just got to get to the song at some point. The song will make itself eventually. And then this morning, I just had an idea for a guitar. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some shit like this. Something. It's all on the low strings. It's like the low E and the A, almost exclusively. I don't even know if I hit a single D string on it, but it was like, yeah, it was great. The guitar with like the tones on the guitar were in such a way that it was very much like featuring the mids and highs. So I was able to play almost exclusively on the low strings and like achieve something that still sounds very much like a guitar tone and not like it's trying to do a bass line, you know. Because that's important. you don't want them occupying the same space. I want to play. What's the one that has the? Hold on, I gotta look at the. Which is the one if you're still in here, I did. There's one where I took a piece of something that Yeti did, and I really I cut it up. I Frankensteined his bass to make a really cool loopy kind of thing. I just don't remember the names. Is it this one?
I'm undecided.
It might be. Hold on. Let me look at the work files real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got it. Here we go. So it's this track, Skittish, which is track 6 currently. So this was a much longer. Right now, the track is 2 minutes and 39 seconds long. It was probably like a 6 or 7 minute piece. So Yeti came over. He played bass on the whole thing, and like it had all these moving parts. It had all kind of stuff. And then I sort of realized like. I was listening to what he did, and I was listening to what I had done, and I was adding stuff to certain parts, and I kind of realized I was like, this and this and this is kind of the song, and everything else is just sort of like jazz workouts that like don't really need to be there. It's, you know, like I was like, this is not really like taking the song anywhere. It's more just like, hey, we can mutate this way and mutate this that way, and I was like, well, that's cool and all. This really here is the song. So I like shrunk it down from probably like 5 or 6 minutes to 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And then I took different bits of what Yeti was doing on the bass, and I fucking Frankensteined it into a bass line for the song. And I think I like the way it came out. It's got just a super cool vibe.
That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything we're doing does. I know how you get along. You keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything
And I'm probably gonna put a different vocal, like more lyrics on this part. But we'll see. Sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes you can get away with repeating.
your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you.
There's still something missing to get back to this last vocal.
That's what it does to you. That's what it does.
Like a subtle lead guitar thing.
Does to you. And I swear to God.
I love that exit. That's a good ending. But yeah, that was, and it's funny because it's one of the more straightforward tracks. But like it started as like a thing with a lot of sections. So a lot of those like little freaks that you're hearing the bass play, right? Like Sean's playing these like doo 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 doo. That was going along with guitar stuff that was getting more involved like that. Like there was more cutting it up and like doing stuff. But in the end, that groove, that doo 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 doo, was so cool that I was like, the straighter parts were just like better. You know, I was like, let's cut all this extra shit out and just get to this meat and like, and then once I got the vocal, that's what it does, that's what it does to you, which actually was like, it was an improv. it was like, and it wasn't even improv like I was improvising over the music. It was I had an idea for one of the sections and I was gonna sing it, and I was like trying to get the microphone and like the cable and everything going, and everything was just taking like 2 seconds too long for me to get the idea down, and I was getting frustrated, but I was trying to not lose it because it's kind of groovy, right? It's a groovy song, so I was like trying to stay in the positive headspace, and I was just like kind of venting to myself in the microphone because the reverb is like kicking your voice back at you. So I was venting to myself like, you know, you're over here, you got an idea, you're doing your thing, and you're all ready to go, and then they gotta like, it's gotta hit you with this bullshit, and like, and somewhere in all of like the talking, I was like, I said like, that's what it does to you, and then I was like, that's what it does to you. I was like, oh wait, okay, I'm not gonna take this because the screen is just gonna turn into chaos if I take this. I'm not gonna take it. So I was like, ooh, that's what it does to you. And so then I started like kind of just repeating it. That's what it does to you. That's what it does to you. And then the music was playing. And I was like, okay. And then it mutated into that's what it does. That's what it does to you. And then kind of once I had that, then the song started writing itself. Then I was like, oh, okay, I know what this is. I got it. Let's go. So it's funny, man. Sometimes you can literally write a song in the margins of writing a song. Sometimes it's not even about the songwriting. Sometimes the songwriting fails and and the moment in between is what makes the song. Like, unbelievable. You have to be patient. You have to have your frequencies open. You have to be allowing the channels to come hang out. And like, I've learned over the years that like you can't press so hard for what your initial vision was, and more so you have to find the vision in the piece. Like, wherever it's going, follow it, and then you will take over at some point and make it into something that makes sense. Like, I definitely have that faith, and I do my best to hold on to it at all times, like with white knuckles. Like, yes, it's there. The song is there. It's gonna show up. It's gonna do what it's gotta do. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, tighten up my beverage, and then we'll run it one more time from the top. And then I think that's pretty much that'll be the stream. I'm not gonna stay on for too long. I just didn't want to not stream. I'm in a certain place right now, so get as much done as I can, and also save some mind space for tonight. Obviously, Hive Mind Radio. Y'all can see it on the screen. I gotta bring it tonight after straight up just missing Saturday. Hoo, Robin. Hoo. Fucking. Oh, you can't miss it any worse than I did on Saturday. It wasn't even like I slept through it. Like, you sleep through it, that's fine, right? It's like, okay, didn't set the alarm. It's a morning show. It is what it is. The Tyson fight went late. There's a lot of reasons you could miss a show, but I missed it in the stupidest way possible. I originally thought that the Tyson fight was on Saturday, and for some reason, like, my brain just never really let go of that. So after the Tyson fight, I just went to bed. You know, we had the Tyson fight, and then we had hockey on Sunday. And so Saturday just kind of ceased to exist for me. So I'm over here. I'm like, I go to bed after the Tyson fight. I don't set an alarm or anything. And then I wake up naturally at 8:40, which is late because we usually do 8 o'clock is our pre-show meeting. But, you know, 8:40 is plenty of time to get in there and get the show going. You know, if you just get to the desk and get started. I get up. I make a pot of coffee. I come, I sit down. I look at the text, and Steve sent a text that said, "Welp," and I thought that it was in reference to the Tyson fight, so I didn't even give it a second look. I was like, oh, yeah. I know the fight was super underwhelming. And then I sit down, I got the coffee, I turn on the Dragon Quest on Steam, and I'm sitting there, and I'm playing for about 5 minutes, and then it hits me. Oh, shit, it's Saturday. And then I look up, it's like 8:50. I'm like, 8:50, 8:55, something like that. I'm like, fuck. So I send a text real quick, and I jump into Discord. And by the time I get into Discord, I realize Steve's already broadcasting. He just, like, you know, audible to a video game. And I'm like, damn. I just fucking straight up missed it. I just missed it. So I gotta be ready to do the business tonight. I can't have no subpar performance. I gotta step it up. Oh man, I got in the chat. Steve's like, yeah, whatever. Enjoy your morning. You're fine. It's fine. You're fine. It's gonna be. I guess it's every once in a while. On account of that, we do 2 evening shows and only 1 morning show. There's going to be a Saturday that slips through the cracks. It's just how it's going to be. I will try to not make it my fault on a regular basis, but that's neither here nor there. All right, I'm going to beat this boss. I'm going to go pee. Come back, play the tracks one more again, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Yes. Evolve. Yes, I actually achieved the mission. Okay, I think we can quit out of this run, actually. All right, cool. Because that was the mission, was to evolve that weapon. All right, bet. So fresh run when we get back. Fresh listen. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. BRB. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's get back to it. One more run of the tracks. One more run of the game. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's quit out of this. Boom, 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 boom. We should have some unlocks. Oh, yeah. That's it? Just the iron ball? Well, that's not that exciting. All right, let's see. Okay, we can't get Richter yet. Can't get Maria. Evolve the iron ball. Oh, and the a la carte spear. This dude has the a la carte spear, right? Yeah. Okay, so we did the iron ball. Now we just got to evolve that. Okay. 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 So wait, where's Justice? So I already beat a level with Justice. So then we have to beat a level with Justice and Chanel. Okay. All right. So we evolve this. And then we get her. And then after that, we can get Maria. And once we get Maria, then we can get Richter. Ba-boom. So I think I'm going to stream the Richter run. So I'll get these in between. So we'll do this Eric run. Because I saw what goes down during the Richter run. I couldn't help myself. I had to watch Matt McCuzzles do it. it was you know what? I don't regret it. His reaction was worth not having my own reaction to it. But yeah, I'll do that one on stream one day because holy shit. Just super cool. All right, let's go. Cool. All right, let's hit it one more time through the whole thing. Ba-boom. I think I need to put some sort of like higher end keyboards. It's subtle. They don't need to like be very super present because I really like the liquidy bass tone that I have there. But I feel like it needs something to like bring it out, like something that's more in the. There you go. You know? Keyboards that are in that zone, you know what I mean? Because I want the vocal to stay sharp. That very Robert Smith inspired vocal. You know, we want that. I want that to like cut through the song. I don't necessarily want to clear up the bass and bring out like the individual hits of what I'm playing. I would more rather put one more instrument down to accentuate it. Yeah, because the vocal is so obviously Robert Smith inspired, you know, it's Cure vibes all over the place. I didn't then also want to make the bass tone a Simon Gallup bass tone. You know, like I was like, it's gotta be something else. And I might punctuate those hits to pom, 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 pom. I might get a little heavier guitar in there as well. I kind of knew once this song started to exist that it would end up being one of the last ones finished, because basically this is the song that jumped the whole record off. I wrote this song and then I was like, oh, this is track one. It reminded me of Pornography, you know? I was like, okay, this is track one. We're gonna start right here. I talk about it all the time. I love the way Pornography starts, right? So I was like, oh, I made something that's giving me that vibe. Okay, track one, fuck it. So, and it kind of gave me the jump off for the rest of the record. So of course it's gonna get finished late because all the other ideas and identities will come out, and then I'll know what of those elements to bring into this song, you know? I love these two songs as a 1-2 punch. I really do. It makes me feel like the album could go anywhere.
This is the dawning of a new time. The old ways get left behind. If you're aggressive, then you're qualified. The empathetic need not apply. You will give me
Oh, boom. Already evolved it? Hell yeah. Let's go. Shit. Was that all I needed to do? Hold on. I'm gonna quit out. If that was all I needed to do for this character, let's go. Yeah. Sick.
This is the dawning of a new time.
Yeah. Just these.
Position.
I already beat the stage. Just these. What stage is that?
Mother waits while father storms the capital. All your children bow their head inside. You will give me everything that I want, and you'll be satisfied. You will give me everything that I want, because it's mine.
Let's go. Boom. Maybe something like that. I forget what that effect is called. The one that goes. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
Tell me I'm crazy, tell me I'm kind, tell me it's no big deal. Do I even care? Do I even care at all?
I'm like, can I put a ring shifter on a bass for this song? Just do some wild shit. Oh man, I bought a really cool ring shifter pedal, but like very quickly realized like there was just no place to put that in August on Sunday. Like it's just not a sound that it's a sound that I use so much in my solo stuff. So I bought one because I was like, yeah, maybe I can incorporate it into AOS. And it's like, no, it's just not in that music, you know.
Tell me it's only for tonight.
Although I should break it out the next time I'm doing it again. So maybe I can it's just the ring shift is weird because like if you play E flat, which I do for a lot, always when I was on Sunday, not always on recorded Maniacs and stuff, but always live. Then the ring shifter gets really temperamental because it's meant to be an E. It would make a couple of songs sound more authentic. This song is gonna be a monster when it's done. It's so bare bones right now, but I'm so confident in where it's going that I'm not rushing it. And also, I can't, whatever I add to the song, I can't lose the dreaminess of those guitars. Like, I don't want to raise those guitars volume-wise. Like, I don't even want to raise them like half a dB. Like, those guitars are where they're gonna be in the final mix. So anything I add to the song has to work within the framework of those guitars because they're perfect. The guitars are the whole song. That's the whole song. It's those guitars.
I'm undecided on if I wanna hide it from you.
Like in this song I think is absolutely gonna have some electric guitars. Because I think this is a chance to I can pull this song away from moody and let the vocal be moody if I put some good heavy notes. Like some helmet type guitars, I think. Big. And again, not necessarily up front mix-wise, but just like driving guitar.
Turning a blind eye to the feeling I have inside. It makes me wanna cry. Because you gotta use everything, even when you're upset. You gotta lose everything, even when you're upset. You gotta use everything until you got nothing left. You gotta lose everything 'cause you can't take it with you when you're never coming back.
Babu, evolved. Let's go, boys. I think we have to survive with this character, though, right? Yeah. So I gotta hit the 30 minutes. Let's do it. I like that idea. Yes, and then it goes here. It's perfect. Perfect. It's perfect.
That's what it
Perfect.
does.
The
That's
full
what it
tilt chaos
does to you. That's what it does.
into like the smoothest song. I
That's
love
what
it.
it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does.
It's almost like this song is explaining the last
That's
one.
what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything we're doing does. I know how you get along. You keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what
Might be a
it
video for this one.
does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. I know it feels wrong. Everything we're doing does. I know how you get along. You keep your head down. Keep your head down. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. That's what it does. That's what it does to you. And I swear to God.
I love that. man, this song. Today was a good day for this song. Damn, it really makes so much more sense now. It's hanging out with the rest of the tracks finally. It's kind of an outlier before today. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm really, you know what? Everything's heading in the right direction. Don't even need a third time through. Things are progressing as they should.
Miles in the sky. My fingers in the ground. I don't remember much of anything.
The last one could have been a side flip too. Could be 14. This could be the beginning of side 2. Right? Like, you know, the character realizes what he's got to do, kind of thing.
Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die?
Another thing that's cool about working in this kind of zone where it's a concept album and a sequel to a concept album, no less, is that the characters and the events of the first one are defined. So at this point, it's very outside of myself. Like the first one had inspirations that came from my life and things I was going through.
Nothing left to tease.
This one, of course, those things are there in this already. I can hear so many things in the lyrics, you know. But
How careless to believe.
there's a freedom to go where I
Too
think the
late to
narrative
get
should go.
around the rate at
With this
which the case survives.
Last time I didn't feel like I had a choice.
The other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us. We won't survive. Too late. Were we too young to die? I'm getting out of here. Release me from this haze. I want for nothing, nothing gave me everything. Oh, I'm learning to behave. Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try and find the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us. We won't survive. Too late. Were we too young to die? We too young to die.
Boom. Hell yeah. Man, where to go? Like the next note that gets played is important, right? Like were we too young to die? You gotta hit the ground running with the next note. I don't even necessarily know what the next note's gonna be, but I know it's gotta hit right. That's kind of why I want to get off stream too. I want to go see what if there's any, if I have it, if it will come out of the fingers today, you know, if I sit down with the guitar or who knows, or the bass or the keyboard or the fucking loops. A lot of this record so far has started with loops. Loops have been like it's been about getting a tempo and getting a time signature and a tempo and an immediate feel and going from there. Like, okay, this is the zone, the vibe zone. Vibe zone is here. Like, were we too young to die? Boom, boom, and it hits that boom. Like, there's a part of me that wants to be like, you know, like just like the next song should just be fucking chaos, like just monster, like oh, you chilled, okay, you chilled. Interesting that you chose to chill in that scenario, because ba-boom, you know, like there's part of me that wants to just, because a lot of choices are getting made in the narrative on that song. So now it's like, if the whole first bit, if these first 9 songs were all going this way, like you're sliding from something into something else. Again, the album's called Purgatory. So now I feel like what comes next has to be the reflexive part, has to be the countermeasure. Like, okay, boom, okay, we landed here, we've been through this, but we're not staying here, so now we got to start going the other way. So how do we go the other way? And so now I'm thinking, like, that song is smooth as fuck, and it's asking those very important questions. Were we too young to die? So if you deem it that yes, like we were too young to die, well then how the fuck do you undo death? Like, you better start figuring it out fast, you know, kind of thing. So like, you better start figuring it out fast is the energy, right? Like so I don't think that like the next song should have a lot of room for rumination, you know. It shouldn't be the next song shouldn't be about like pondering and contemplating. The next song should be about action, you know. So that's a bit. You gotta commit to that. See, immediately talking like that, makes me think I had a heavy project that I was working on at one point called Black Dots, White Dice that never really went anywhere. I kind of almost want to go into that folder and see if there's any magic in there. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, either that folder or I gotta see if there's anything in the isolation day file. Those are two things, two projects that I've had that never. I've had isolation day for almost half my life now. That never saw the light of day. But they've had bits cherry picked here and there. Yeah, because I kind of feel like, wow, I kind of wish that I wish this was 8 minutes from now, where I can end this. I have to hit 30 minutes on this run. Yeah, okay. I'm understanding. I'm trying to work my process out loud, which is a little bit weird and strange. It's usually very internal, but if I'm showing the songs, I might as well. I'm gonna listen to this last one again, just to get my head. Like, I want to stay in this zone. I want to stay in the thoughts that I'm having right now. Yeah. So, right. We Too Young to Die. Boom. Action. Next song. Definitive action. Yes, in fact, we were too young to die. So, yeah, how do we get around death? How do we undo death?
Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try and find the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die? Nothing lives to tease. Pouring water in an open wound. How careless to believe. Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try and find the other side, the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die? I'm getting out of here. Release me from this haze. I want for nothing, nothing gave me everything. Oh, I'm learning to behave. Too late to get around the rate at which decay survives. Too late to try and find the other side. Too late to harbor hate for all of us, we won't survive. Too late, were we too young to die? We too young to die.
Ooh, I got it. I hear it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's gonna get yeah. Dare I say it? It's gonna get angel dusty on the next track. it's gonna get a bit Angel Dusty. Not that we ever don't wear the Mike Patton influence with a fucking a staunch badge of pride. It's not even honor, it's pride. That's my dude. But yeah, no, I think we gotta get a little Angel Dusty on the next track. You know, I think it's gotta get a certain kind of heavy. Boy, is that is that I don't even know if there's another band that I want another record from as much as I want another Faith No More record. Like I want them to like get Jim Martin. Like and man, I actually hate that my man's name is not in my head right now. The dude that did Album of the Year and Soul Invictus. I really like his playing, and like I have nothing wrong with the current Faith No More lineup. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful band. But like if you could get them, keep them both. Like just keep them both. Just get Jim back and do a record. I think you could really. It'd be sick. It'd be sick. It'd be like, because what would that chemistry be now? Because they're older dudes. Like the differences probably wouldn't bother them as much now. You know, everybody would just find their place. You know, you would think. I know. Like, I'm a big fan of Faith No More. So like, it's well documented that like frustration and fucking kind of butting heads is part of their creative process. And it's like, I'm getting to the point in my life where I don't like creating that way, to the point where I'm feeling a little bit burnt on collaboration even, like, because I'm just like, I don't necessarily want to spend half of the creative process explaining why I want to go in the directions that I want to go. It's more like I just want to make the stuff and be trusted to know that I'm going in that direction for a reason. Because I've never been the type of creative to like tell somebody else what to play on a thing that I'm making ever. So even if I have 100% clear vision of what I want the thing to be, if I invite someone to play on it, what they do when it's time to play instruments is like that's they're gonna come up with the part, not me. You know what I mean? And maybe I make a suggestion if they're doing something already, and I hear like, oh, if you take it here, maybe it'd be perfect. But other than that, like, nah, man. So I'm always collaborative that way. I just think I've realized that like I don't know if I have a lot of sharing the songwriting left in me, because it's just like the thing I'm now at this point most concerned with is that the thing that gets documented is uncompromised. The vision is there, you know. So it's tough. It's tough. Being in a band is tough because being in a band is all compromise. So you have to like if you're gonna do a band right, you have to go in, oh my god, okay, hold on, I need to survive this minute. You have to go in with that energy. You have to respect that energy. You can't go into a band scenario and then be like, I'm not gonna compromise, because it's just not realistic. Like, because then at that point you're not doing it. You're not behaving in a manner that is conducive to having a successful band. You're just trying to be a solo artist in a band environment. It's tough, man. It's tough. Navigating the waters of personality is always the hardest part of anything. Any endeavor in which you need other humans to achieve it is making sure that everybody feels satisfied and feels like they have a say in what's going on, and in a genuine way, not in like a, if I say just the right thing to this person, it will buy me time to do whatever the fuck I want, because that doesn't bring it, really. That'll work for a little while, but it's not it, you know. So your options are either to collaborate fully and open your heart and spirit to it and like get there with people, you know, like our band, oh my God, August on Sunday, like we've been through every version of that, like trying to understand each other and trying to like get to the same page and pushing, make sure we're pushing in the same direction and understand each other and each other's motivations and all those things. It's work, man. It's difficult. Like there are times where you feel like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you know, I remember in the Pearl Jam 20 documentary, right, there's that part where Stone Gossard's like talking about how frustrating it was for him to see Eddie make these set lists every night, right, and like play these rare cuts and like, oh, we're gonna do this song. Oh shit, we haven't played that live in 4 years, and they go out there and they like suck and they play it shitty and it like tears the momentum out of the show. And he's like, yo, we could just go on stage and play these 6 hits in a row and just like kill this room and everybody would be super into it, you know? And then he admits, he's like, but doing it the way we did it, even though it didn't have those immediate returns, what it's given us in the long run is something more valuable. And so even though he wasn't with it at the time, he ended up admitting like, yeah, it was the better approach. Like, that's cool. And that takes time and perspective, and you got to like stay a band and you got to trust each other and you got to get to that point. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's fun to achieve it when you get there with people. Like me and Robbie have a great rapport as a duo now, to the point where it's like there's a lot of trust there. There's a lot of like, you know, we just let it go where it's gonna go. It's not easy, man. And then the funny thing is that the polar inverse of that is also true. When you're working solo and you're the only person steering the ship, there's times where you're not entirely you haven't sold yourself on the goings on, and you're looking around for someone to be the voice of reason, and you're like, oh shit, there is no one to be I gotta figure it out, you know. Like I just kind of went through a period of that. That's why there hasn't been a Danny Axel record in a couple of years, because it's like there was no clear vision. There was no like, it's gotta be this. So this today is, it's almost like my olive branch to myself, being like, I'm so confident in what I'm doing right now that I'm willing to put it out there in public as it stands right now in its infancy. We're gonna put it out there in public and then follow through after. All right, so we hit the 30 minutes. This run is done. I'll get out of here. Let's go back to the main, see if we got our unlock. I believe that we did. Ba-boom. There's Maria, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Maria, Maria, Maria. Ba. Boom. Purchased. Sweets. All right. So we do the Maria run, we get that done, and then we get Richter. Ooh. All right, so I'll be streaming this one more time relatively soon. I got to do the Maria run in my own time. And once the Richter run is ready to go, I'll do that on stream. So who knows, maybe it'll be tomorrow. It'll be part of tomorrow's stream. Oh, you know what? I'll save it for Friday. I have it ready for Friday. It'll be part of Friday's stream. That makes sense. Because I won't need a whole stream to do it. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. I'm out of here. That was fun. Thank you guys for indulging me in that, whoever hung out and listened. I'm feeling real good about the record. It's going to be a good one. Next year. It'll come out next year. So be ready for that. Hive Mind tonight, 9 o'clock. See ya.